Okay, we're back here, and we're here with Congressman Ami Bera, representing Sacramento County, back from Washington. Congressman, it's fortuitous that you're here. What are you hearing from Washington to the moment?
You know, right now, nothing good. I think both sides are digging in, and no one wins in a government shutdown. The American people lose, so we've got to figure this out, get the contours of a deal, maybe get a short-term extension, and I'd be open to that. And again, we're going to fight for the healthcare subsidies, keep healthcare costs down, but let's negotiate. Let's not dig in.
If the Democrats agree to all the Republican terms on the table, are not Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer looking like they caved, and are they trying to prevent that look?
Well, what they're trying to do, and I think where I'm at, is we've seen healthcare costs go up, and we see about a 20% increase coming to every American. We've got to try to avoid that. In private conversations with Republicans, they know that's a bad thing as well. Now, President Trump's shown no inclination to negotiate with us. He's like his way or the highway. That's not a good way to do this, but if we can, the senators can get contours of a deal. Let's open the government. Let's keep negotiating. It'll be a short-term opening again, and then let's get those subsidies. Let's keep healthcare costs down.
The last shutdown, 2019, 35 days. You went through that. What's your feeling about a length right now?
You know, right now it doesn't feel pretty good. That's why I decided to leave Washington, D.C., come back home. The Republicans aren't there, so let me get our community ready for this. So if you go to our website, bera.house.gov, we've got a list of resources on there, you know, what's open, what's not open. You know, you will get your Social Security checks, your Medicare checks, but if you have an IRS refund, it may be delayed. You know, so we're here to help. You know, again, that's our job. So how do we get our local community prepared if this is a prolonged shutdown?
President Trump said on Truth Social he can't believe that the Democrats allowed this shutdown to happen because, as many people feel, he is very much in favor of trimming more federal jobs and more federal programs. So he feels that this has fallen right into his lap just where he wants it.
Well, I feel that way as well, which is why I don't think this is a good strategy on our end, because I think he is using it as an excuse to continue to trim the federal workforce, trim government. You know, you've already seen the NIH, you know, the National Science Foundation, you know, the National Parks Interior. Like, we're 300,000 fewer federal employees today than we were at the beginning of January. That's not going to be a good thing, and that's going to impact so many Americans. Again, I would say let's get back to the negotiating table. If it's a short-term opening so we can actually get those healthcare subsidies, let's do that. You know, if he's not willing to negotiate with us, this is only until November 21st.
Where's the middle ground, though? It doesn't seem like either side, certainly the Republican side, doesn't seem like they're going to move. So if there is movement towards the middle, wouldn't it have to be by the Democrats?
Well, again, the Republicans take the orders from President Trump right now. You know, we've not seen Mike Johnson break with the president at any juncture.
Can he?
Well, I think that'll be the last day of his speakership if he takes a stand against the president. Right. I miss the days of John Boehner and Paul Ryan. I mean, we had negotiations, but at the end of the day, you could meet at the 50-yard line.
Last thing on a personal level, when you were running for the first time back in 2013, I went to your campaign office in Elk Grove, and you were a full-time doctor. And I said to you, I said, do you have any idea what you're getting into? Looking back to that conversation in that year, did you know what you were getting into, and what has been the most impactful thing to you by serving?
You know, I had a full head of hair, black hair, nice curly hair, probably a few pounds lighter back then. No, you know what? The country's headed in the wrong direction. Even back then, Democrats and Republicans had different strategies and ideas. We could negotiate. We could get stuff done. It is just in a bad place right now. And, you know, I walked through the lobby this morning. I saw where the bullet holes came in. The political violence, the rhetoric. You know, we've got to change this, right? We're all Americans. This is the United States of America. We can't look at each other as the enemy. We've got to look at each other as a country and figure out how we get out of this bad place that we're in.
I think everybody would agree with you. It's just you seem after every, not you, but after every school shooting, after this, after that, everybody goes, that's not us, and we have to change. Yet there is no change. It's just in that moment that people say that, and they go back to doing what they were doing before.
Yeah, we were talking about Pope Leo's comments.
Yeah.
Again, I think we've got to follow that. I think I can't change anyone else, but can I present myself in a civil manner? and talk to folks, not by yelling at each other, but trying to listen, understand, and then present my perspective.
Okay. Congressman Ami Bera, have a good trip back to Washington. Thanks for visiting.
Thanks, Walt.
Appreciate you.
Be well.